It is narrated that in ancient times, human beings coexisted with animals. Monsters are included. Humans, on the other hand, desired to live apart from the monsters. And they may rule on the whole world. So they make the monsters flee far from their world while attacking them. The monsters used to live far on the mountains from that time. But a monster attacks his king monster there. Because he himself wanted to be a king of all monster there. And he wanted to end all the authorities of his previous king. Because the previous king monster's wife was expectant. And it had been forecast that their baby monster will rebuild the relation between humans and monsters. Now that king monster sends his bodyguards to murder the queen. That queen comes to the human world with her 2 bodyguards to rescue her life. In the next scene, a boy named Song is shown. He used to live with his grandmother in the village. His grandmother tells him his father was the best monster hunter. Now he had departed, leaving this village on the shoulders of his son. Then Hunter's chief is shown, who was telling his men there that monster hunters have imprisoned all monsters. They have stopped them to step into our world. Due to this, all hunters have become jobless. Then he displays a photo of baby monster there. And he informs all hunters, if you captured this coming baby monster, then all monsters will begin to come in our region. After this, you will continue to get your jobs. Next day, Song is seen in a forest where he encounters a couple there. They ask him about the edible things. He leads them to his food shop, because Song used to run his food shop in the village. Meanwhile, a girl named Hua arrives there who is also monster hunter. When she attacks both of them, then it is revealed that they are not anyone else but the bodyguards of the queen. They turn into their real form, and their queen also comes out of the basket where they had bound her. She begins to sniff Song moving towards him. Then one more monster hunter reaches there and captures Queen's both bodyguards. Now Hua shows her aggression on that hunter. Then Queen reaches there accompanying Song. Later, Queen's both bodyguards ask her to flee. She flees after throwing the water on the face of Song. That hunter moves to the queen. It is seen at night that both bodyguards who were with Hunter, they engage him in their conversation. After this, they free from him. Song is seen later. Queen moves to the forest, abducting Song in his sleep. She tells Song, taking him into the forest, that she is expectant. And she also says to him he will have to take care of her kid here. At the same time, she thrusts her baby into his mouth, taking it out. Due to this, her baby is shifted into the abdomen of Song. Then that monster also approaches there, who was after the queen, who had been sent by the king monster. Queen attacks that monster before he may harm her. Hua also approaches there, who catches that monster. But that monster had bruised Queen badly. On the one side, Queen is very grieved here, and she requests Song to take care of her kid while sighing. After this, she loses her life. On the other side, it is seen that monster was putting a heavy hand on Hua. So she goes into a tunnel, taking Song. That monster was also chasing them, but he is caught in that tunnel. Later, they both go to village. Then they come to know that all villagers had been caught by some of the people, because they were monsters. His father had not asked his son to take care of anyone but the monsters. But he had lost the war in this, so he becomes so dejected hearing this. The same hunter comes there when they both were dining there, who had caught both bodyguards of the queen. On this, Hua hides Song there. She asks that hunter, where did your both monster disappear? He tells her they both have run away. Then he says to her, we will have to capture that newborn monster, which has a great reward. When she tries to run away along with Song, then that hunter detects that newborn baby monster is not anywhere else but in the abdomen of Song. He was going to assault on Song there. At the same time, that monster reaches there, who was after Queen. Now Hua and Song try to stop that monster, and they also ask the help of that hunter. When that hunter starts fighting with that monster, then they both escape from there. After their departure, that hunter breaks all teeth of that monster. Being scared from this, that monster runs away. In the next scene, it is seen that they both in another hotel, where Hua asks for some food from Song, but he forbids her. Subsequently, she relocates to have her meal in solitude. Both monster bodyguards of Queen reach there as Hua goes away. They make Song unconscious so they may abduct the newborn baby monster with Song. Meanwhile, Hua comes there, who sticks an enchanted chit on the forehead of both, where they both stop there. She locks both of them into a cupboard. In the meantime, Song was suffering from the abdominal pain there. She gets upset witnessing his condition as such. Then a couple was crossing the front side of their house door. They feel something wrong when they hear the shrieking of Song. When that lady observes, then she comes to know that a baby is being delivered inside by someone. She is left shocked when she comes to witness coming inside. At the same moment, a baby monster appears from the mouth of Song. Seeing this, that lady is very scared. But Hua makes her unconscious while hitting her. She holds the baby there which was looking cutest. At the same time, that lady's husband is also appeared there. That lady was worried there, because it was her first experience to witness the delivery of baby through mouth. She tries to tell all story to her husband, but Hua says to her husband, "Your wife was sleeping, so she has a nightmare." Further, it is seen that Song and Hua reach a ruin holding that baby monster. Reaching there, they come to know this baby monster is suffering from a high fever. So they both get worried and they look after that baby. As a result, that baby monster is wholly recovered. Then they make this baby monster sleep. That baby was very hungry when he wakes up. Hua tells this baby did not take food for a long time. Now she puts Song's hand into the mouth of that baby. He sucks his blood after biting. He feels excitement while sucking blood. Later, when they wake up early in the morning, then they observe that baby monster had sucked the blood of their horses. Due to this, their horses had turned into lean and thin. Song becomes aggressive on this. He makes the baby monster eat date there. But baby monster dislikes the state and he ejects these things from his mouth. When Song feels happy when he notices the baby monster playing. Then he looks at Hua who was cleaning a flute. He goes to her and asks, "Has someone given it to you?" Then she tells, "Yes. It has been given by my father." He says to her, "I will be beside you whenever you will play this. My father was the monster hunter." Then she asks Song there about his family background. Song tells her about his father. "My father was also the monster hunter. But my mother left me from my childhood." Meanwhile, it is seen that they both were coming nearer to that baby monster. They were feeling very satisfaction seeing the mischiefs of that baby monster. As a mother feels happiness seeing her kid. Afterwards, they reached the place where that baby monster was to be sent. But Song was not willing to send this baby monster, because he had developed much bonding with this baby monster. He had been in great love with him because he was so cute looking, so he was not wanting him to send now. But Hua was also not willing to send him there. In spite of this, she encages that baby monster, and she sticks the same chit stated with the enchanted words. Then they are returning back, taking the money from the owner of that place. That baby monster was trying to stop them time and again. He was getting the electric shock when he was holding that cage again and again. Song was also so disappointed when he looks after turning back. Then that baby monster gets excited. He was feeling as such, as he will come back to rescue him. But Song leaves that place. And that baby monster weeps a lot in that cage. When they were taking the meal in a hotel, then Song was so dejected there. And he was not taking interest in anything. They missed baby monster when they were coming out of that hotel. They plan to rescue that baby monster, moving to that owner. When they go to that owner, then she says, "If you want to know about the baby monster, then you will have to play a game with me. I will tell you the location of that baby monster if you win the game." That owner tells them when they win the game. That baby monster had been carried to a restaurant to cook his flesh food, where the food is cooked with the flesh of monsters after killing them. Afterwards, the same queen's both bodyguards come on the scene, who had reached the same restaurant while detecting that baby monster. Then Monster Hunter encounters them and they both are very scared. But that Monster Hunter does not recognize them, because they were thinking this. They have never seen us in the form of human beings. On the other side, that restaurant's female chef is seen who was trying to cook that baby monster. But that baby monster does not get any effect. Consequently, that chef becomes so irritated, and she decides to send the baby alive. Song and Hua also reach there. When Song was struggling to rescue monster belonged to his village, then a monster hunter assaults him there. They both fight with him, but that hunter had so much potential. But Hua leads Song to another room. Contrarily, that monster catches the foot of that hunter. Hua suggests to Song, "We should leave now. This hunter is most powerful. I cannot fight with him." Then Song says to him that, "I've already made such a mistake, but I'm not going to do it again. I cannot go while leaving them here." When Song tries to fight back with that hunter, then Hua also approaches there. That hunter throws a fireball behind them. Now that fireball was only chasing Song there. Song asks Hua, "Why is this fireball only chasing me?" Then she notices that the same enchanted chit was stuck on his back. She removes the chit from his back, and she throws it in the direction of that hunter. Then that fireball begins to attack that hunter. On the other side, baby monster is seen, who is being sent for eating by a lift. Now that Queen's bodyguards also reach there, detecting him. Taking their real form, they try to take that baby monster from that lift while jumping into it. Hunter also approaches there while chasing them, and he attacks both of them, whereas both monster bodyguards explain to him that they are on a mission, but that Hunter does not lend his ear to him. On the other side, the baby monster was being sent for eating. Then the lift is damaged there. That lift was going to fall on that Hunter. Then monster bodyguards rescue him. Now Hunter had understood this. Every monster is not evil. The Hunter who had been rescued by both monsters. He rescues both monsters from that monster hunter. Contrarily, baby monster was being presented as a food before those people, where a man tells all of them, "Your beauty will be enhanced after eating the brain of this baby monster. It will be as such as this baby monster will be given as baby monster after opening this." When the people leave an insect to open the brain of that baby monster, then what assaults the individuals who are present there. Then Song also comes there and he releases baby monster from those people's grip. Meanwhile, Song's grandmother also approaches there but remains unable to act, and she is also entrapped in that whirl. At the same time, Hunter King says to Song there, "I will kill both of them if you don't bring that baby monster out." Now Song hits upon a plan. He takes the baby monster, feeding him many fruits and vegetables. Baby monster was ejecting the fruits and vegetables with full force. As a result, a chaos is created there and all people are shattered. But Hunter's King gets no harm there. Then it is witnessed that Hunter's King was a monster, not anyone else. He was living among the humans for this cause, because he wanted to kill all the loyal companions and bodyguards of his old king. He is turned into a giant-sized when he takes his real appearance, and he begins to attack all. He had become uncontrolled by anyone because of being big-sized. Then Song's grandmother attempts to kill him, but he also throws her away after hitting. At the same time, his grandmother hands him over a sword, and she tells, "This sword belongs to your father. Your father has ended many monsters with the help of the sword." Now he attempts to attack that monster holding that sword, but of no use. But that monster kills Song with the same sword. So Hua drowns into grief there, and she tries to wake him up. Now Hua becomes so aggressive towards that monster, and she attacks him. Then the baby monster comes to Song. He was lamenting a lot seeing him. He tries to pull the sword out of Song. Meanwhile, his hands are injured and his fingers start bleeding. But he pulls that sword out. Even he is wounded badly during this struggle. He is so dejected. He was continuously shedding tears at this time. But it is witnessed that Song was healing with his blood. His wounds were healing, and the old sword is renewed with his blood. Contrarily, monster was trying to crush Hua under his feet. Then Song stabs his sword into his foot there. His grandmother tells him some techniques there. That sword begins to set on fire when he applies those techniques. He stabs that sword into that monster's abdomen. That monster's abdomen is burst because of stabbing that sword, and he falls to die there. Due to this, that baby monster also gets very excitement. On the other side, that queen's bodyguards are imprisoned that monster hunter. They both leave saying them valediction. On the other side, Song's grandmother gives him a coin and says, "You have fulfilled all the expectations of your father. So this first coin is for you. After accepting this coin, you will be transformed into a monster hunter." And he is much excited after taking that coin. Baby monster is also seen there, who is also feeling happiness after licking his hands. When Queen's both bodyguards come there, they don't get baby monster. They both were thinking as, that baby monster has been eaten. Later, Song leaves the baby monster among those monsters moving there. And he advises him, you will have to live among your species. You will be secured here. I want to come with you but I cannot. It will be unsuitable. Baby monster and Song were so dejected there. But that baby monster was not ready to part Song. Song forcefully says to the baby monster, go away. I don't need of you. Saying this, he was weeping a lot. At the same time, he was also remembering this as his father had also They ask about baby monster from Hua and Song. They attack her when she does not reveal about this. Whereas they fight with Song and Hua there and they lose that fight from them. At the same time, Hunter Monster comes there and he captures all monsters at a time. Witnessing this, Song and Hua are so shocked. And Hunter introduces himself with the name Yoon and tells, I am from Monster Hunter Bureau. Song was also searching for his father who was also the member of Monster Hunter Bureau. So, Song also decides to move to Hunt Bureau. On the other side, that baby monster is seen who had come out of the water now. He comes to a forest where some children glimpse him. And those kids try to catch him. Then that baby monster runs to a town. One of the monsters named Ben secures him there. Monster Ben had a power that no human could see him as he disappeared. Then a man named Tu is seen in the casino playing a game there. And he was winning again and again. Then a lady approaches there. And she challenges him to play game. Then he gets ready to compete that lady. The same digits appear what is spoken by him, because he had kept a small monster in that glass. That girl shakes that glass in such a way on her turn as that monster begins to feel drowsiness. And he comes out of that glass. Now everyone had known this reality. That Tu was cheating here. He begins to run away. It is known here that Ben was not the partner of anyone but Tu's companion, who saves him from that casino bringing him out. When they stay in a forest at night, then small monster asks his share from Tu. Tu does not award him any share. He throws him away after sticking that enchanted chit on him. He also observes baby monster there. Before this, his monster may try to explain something to him. He also throws the baby monster away. Suddenly, someone attacks Tu there. So he is knocked down with this. Later, Song and Hua are seen who had reached Monster Hunt Bureau. They also meet with the owner of weapon repair shop because Hua had to repair some of her weapons. First of all, the owner of the weapon repair owner forbids him, but he consents to repair the weapons on the request of Hua. In the next scene, Tu is seen who had been imprisoned by a lady, because he had borrowed a lot of money from that lady, whereas he had great affections for Tu before. Even she also wanted to marry Tu. But Tu was not ready to get married at that time. Now she calls many girls to torture Tu there. 2 chooses that girl there who had only one wing. He considers, what can this girl do to me? That girl, on the other hand, begins tickling with her tiny wing. 2 is disturbed with this. Then 2 comes to know. That lady is searching for the baby monster. He says to her, I recognize this baby monster, and I can make you meet with him. Contrarily, Song is seen, who feels very happiness while observing the nameplate of his father in Hunt Bureau. Meanwhile, hunter warriors come there who are enraged seeing them there. At the same time, Song tells them it is the nameplate of my father. Then that monster hunter Yoon also arrives there. He recognizes Song there. He says, this boy is speaking truth. This nameplate really belongs to his father. In the meantime, it is also known that Song's father had gone on a mission, where he had been missing, and it is not sure by anyone, as his father is alive or no more. When Yoon Hunter knows about this here, that Song is searching for his father. Then he hands him over the diary of his father, which will prove helpful in search of his father for him. He gratifies Yoon here, taking the diary. Then Yoon tells Song here there is a little baby monster, who can mend all the circumstances. Where is he? How will we search for him? We don't know. Yoon shows them a dune there. It is such a dune where we can detect any monster as where is he. At the same time, Yoon's companions bring a monster there, and they make him sit on a seat made of stone. They come to know through their help that where the kid of that monster was present. Seeing this, Song and Hwa are very shocked, and they leave along with Yoon in search of the baby monster. Song discovers that monster. That monster says to Song, I have rescued a life of a man. Why do you want to kill me? Before this, Song may utter a word before that monster. The companions of Yoon attack that monster's baby there. Song alone fights with Yoon's companions there. Meanwhile, Yoon comes there and Song asks him, why are we killing the baby of this monster? Even though he has rescued the life of a man. So we cannot kill the baby of this monster. Now they all get ready to take the baby of that monster with them. Hwa was also missing a lot to that baby monster. 2 is seen on the opposite side, who is also searching for baby monster along with Ben, because 2 wanted to bargain that baby monster to that lady, who was searching for him. Then he discovers that baby monster in the forest. When they all 3 were chewing the corn, sitting there, then baby monster spits on the mouth of 2. Afterwards 2 decides those 2 monster will remain outside, and he will alone go inside to meet with that lady. Now the monster Ben, who was outside, he plans and scares the baby monster. When the baby monster will scream on this, then 2 will also behave the same inside as he wishes. When 2 was doing as such inside, then he misbehaves with that lady. That lady gets 2 out on his misbehavior. When he comes outside, then he comes to know that he acts the same as baby monster does. He watches the same what is seen by the baby monster. So he forbids to hand over the baby monster to that lady, and he demands her 100 gold coins of Ottoman Empire, entangling in his words. That lady is unable to refuse his demand, so she hands him over 100 gold coins. After it, 2 again moves to casino with those gold coins. But he is caught in the casino again. He begins to flee along with Ben and the baby monster. He reaches a festival while running and disguises himself. Now all circus people were considering 2 their members. So they start breaking the rock, putting on him, and they slice the box from its mid, locking him inside. Witnessing this, baby monster is afraid so much, and he begins to cry there. But he is relaxed, seeing 2 there. Now 2 had also become sentimental for him, because it was the first time someone shed tears for him. Children again begin to chase baby monster as he comes out, and the chasers of 2 also approach there. Now 2 begins to run away, talking baby monster and Ben. On the other side, Song and Hwa are seen. Hwa was planning to search for the baby monster, because she had also glimpsed him. Song explains to Hwa here. It may be her hallucination as she has witnessed the baby monster. She becomes angry on Song's words and leaves alone in search of baby monster. On the other hand, Song is depicted arriving there in search of the baby monster. There was a dune through which baby monster may be detected, but he fails in this pursuit. Meanwhile, Hwa also comes there. Now they both struggle to find out that baby monster. At the same time, they know that baby monster is in the balloon in the same town. Now they both soon leave in his search. But Hwa collects her weapon from that owner of weapon repair shop, who had repaired all weapons now. Then Song and Hwa reach a fair. They begin to discover the balloon there. They find the baby monster there. Glimpsing him, they become so excited. That baby monster is overjoyed and he begins to weep, meeting with them. Song and Hua promise him they will never leave him alone again. Meanwhile, Tu arrives there and he snatches the baby monster from both of them. He says, "You will have to pay the 1,000 gold coins if you need this baby monster." Tu prepares with them and joins them in heading to the hunting bureau. Yoon Hunter gives him money there, then Tu hands the baby monster to Yoon. He is grieved there. When Tu asks Ben to accompany him there. "Then what is the need of mine for you?" So Tu leaves that place alone. When Hua asks Yoon of that baby monster, then he clearly refuses this, saying, "This baby monster cannot survive among the human beings. So I will send him into the world of monsters." Later, he moves away with his companions after deceiving Song and Hua. Song and Hua are worried, noticing all the facts, because they did not know where's the monster world. But Ben Monster tells them, "I know where's the monster world." Now Ben comes to that place, accompanying both. They find the baby monster along with Yoon. Seeing this, they all get excited there. Now they try to snatch the baby monster from Yoon, but Yoon beats all three of them there. When they all three try to chase Yoon there, then it is revealed to them that the partners of Yoon are not human beings but those monsters, which had been caught by Yoon. Then they all three defeat monsters with the help of their weapons. Then many monsters appear there. Now Song and Hua use the weapons given by Weapon Master. They begin to hit the monsters violently. Meanwhile, they witness there that Yoon was escaping from there, talking that baby monster. Now they follow them there, where they come to know that Yoon is not a human but the bodyguard of that king monster. When they combat with that Yoon bodyguard, then he releases a strange gas from his body. Then Tu comes there with his small monster and his friend. That monster which had been run after kicking by him. Now he reverses all the gases to that bodyguard with the support of that small monster. Consequently, that monster gets worried. Tu also grabs that baby monster from him at the same time. Bodyguard monster again releases his gas there. Then Ben spreads the fragrance of the flower there which was set on his cap. Many bees appear there and they enter the body of that bodyguard monster. Then that monster engulfs the dead monster lying beside him. Due to this, he becomes a big-sized monster. And all bees also come out of his body which entered there. Then the bodyguard monster attacks them. And he also attempts to throw them from the high mountain. But they are saved from his attack. Now Hua hits upon a plan there. And they are also become successful in this plan. But bodyguard monster grabs the baby monster. When Hua tries to secure him, then he throws him down. But Song catches him through his sword. Then Hua asks the baby monster to shout loudly. Due to this, that bodyguard monster loses his ability of sight, because the baby monster had closed its eyes. Now Song kills that monster with his sword, whereas they were thinking as that baby monster has died after being crushed under the giant monster. With the blade, that baby monster had raised himself. When everyone sees him alive, they feel deep relaxation. Later, Tu makes Song, Hua, and that baby monster reach their home through a small monster. While Ben and Tu were very dejected on the departure of the baby monster. Afterwards, Hua is seen who had understood this. It does not matter where any person lives, but this thing matters as he is along with his family members. Contrarily, Tu and Ben are also seen who had developed a stronger bond of friendship, because Tu had started to deal with Ben respectfully. This film
हमें
completes
बताया
on
जाता
the
है
scene
कि
with
पहले
this.
इंसान जानवरों के साथ रहा करते थे, जिनमें मॉन्स्टर्स भी शामिल अलग रहे और पूरी दुनिया पर राज करें।